results at the end of the day, and in like this week, and in the next 3 to 6 months, up to a year. So it's this process that I learned, called a ritual or a routine, that I learned from my mentor for, gosh, more than 30 years now, and his name is Tony Robbins. And so essentially, what I do is I wake up, and then like 5 o'clock this morning, I woke up, and then at that time, while in bed, and then awake, little bit groggy, and just in the middle of like conscious and subconscious. It's called the alpha theta phase. Okay, just waking up, getting ready for the day. So I exercise. I do my exercise. I called isometric abdominal exercise or core exercises in bed before I even get up. And I spend about 20-30 minutes doing that, working on my abs, working on stretching my legs and my whole body. And I do it in supine for like 60 seconds. And then I also do planking. This morning I was able to plank for at least 90 seconds, which is pretty good. And I've been increasing it every day. So I do that, and then after doing that core abdominal exercises in bed, I get up, maybe take a sip of water, maybe go pee, then do mouthwash, and then I do this 15-minute to fulfillment. Actually, it's 14 minutes now that I do it, where I basically do exercises to my arms and legs. So I basically do like this, and then I do squats at the same time I do this, and 3 sets of 30, and then I visualize energy coming through my body, from my head through my arms, through my chest, core, and then, hey Jordan, how are you? And then I basically imagine this ball of energy going through my whole body, and it goes to the ground, which is the floor of my bedroom, and then it goes back up. I visualize it, and this is what my eyes closed, and then I feel energized, and then I visualize what I'm grateful for. So the things I'm really, really grateful for is, number one, the birth of my first child, Simone, which was October 24th, 2002. So I visualize and basically be grateful for that event, because to me that's probably that is one of the greatest and happiest moments of my life. I can't really compare. I can't really see which one is the best, between my son and my daughter. They're basically the same. And then the second thing I visualize and I feel born, Simone looked like me, which not okay with me at the time, because I wanted her to look like her mother, because my ex-wife is beautiful, admittedly. And then when Anton was born, though, I mean, he was good looking. He was handsome, Now Simone, as she turned like 1-2 years old, she became more like my ex-wife, or like her mother, and she's become beautiful. She still is beautiful up to this day, and I just saw her last night. And then, of course, my son has always been good looking. I mean, so adorable and amiable, and just a cutie pie from the moment he was born. And he was born on November 16th, 2006. Then the third thing I am thankful for is I'm just I think of different people. Like, for example, I'm thankful for that Jordan Medrick here came into my life. I'm thankful for Gary Kramer came into my life. I'm thankful for Tony Robbins coming into my life. I'm thankful for Chris Pesciado, my living kidney donor, my compassionate and altruistic. So the third thing I'm grateful for, or I'm just grateful for the day that I'm alive. I have a second chance at life. So I do that ritual every morning. So I spend about, it's called the hour of power, basically. And then one thing I noticed though, by doing this ritual of gratitude and feeling thankful and feeling blessed for everything that I have right now, is being thankful for the moment. I used to be a long-term visionary person, you know. Ever since I was in high school, like I was 12, 13 years old, in high school at UST in Manila, I've always thought about long-term. I've always thought about dreams, you know. I've always been like, someday I will, someday I'll do this, someday, you know. Now, after going through really 51 years of having kidney disease and then 3.5 years of dialysis and facing death almost every day, I appreciate the present moment. The littlest things just give me joy and bliss. You know, you know, seeing the pictures of my kids, Simone and Anton, when they were kids, were babies, young, 2, 3 years old. That's why I post it as my memorable magic moments with my mini-me's. I've been posting that, gosh, I don't know for how long now. I do it every day because it gives me joy and bliss just looking at them, you know. And then now that they both have a phone, so I text them a message, you know, hi, hello, I love you. And I'm just thankful for that. And that's one thing I learned about, you know, facing death almost every day for 3.5 years while I was on dialysis, is that, you know, you got to be present now. You got to be mindful of now. You got to be thankful of now, and then focus on what you can do to produce results to make you healthy, wealthy, and happy. Because to me, those are the three things. You know, my mission in life is to live, to love, to learn, to laugh, and to leave a legacy. I've done the first four. Now, I'm now at the beginning of living a legacy. It's my next, I'm living the next 50 years of my life, which I'm hoping to be alive for another 51 years, healthy and strong. And I'm doing something about it today. You know, like I drink juice, green juice in the morning. I do meditation in the morning. I exercise every morning. In fact, I exercise twice a day. I walk, brisk walking at sunset. And then pretty soon I'm going to be showing you how what workouts I'll be doing. Actually, I'm going to demonstrate it on JoeChris.tv when we launch this. And I'm going to do some like dancing, salsa dancing and all that with a partner who unfortunately had a car accident last night. So that's going to delay our fun dancing with salsa and bachata, but that's okay. She's fine. Her baby is her baby boy is fine, and I'm talking about a friend of mine who's been a supporter of mine for a long time, and I really care for her as a friend. And let's her name is Ophel, and if you can just give her send your prayers to her virtually, you know. Even though you may not know her, but she's safe. Her boy is safe, and no broken bones. She was just, you know, basically bruised, and not a scratch on his boy, Heaven. So on her boy, sorry. So, anyways, I digress. So I'll go back to the attitude of gratitude. I do remember getting a hold of this phrase, attitude of gratitude. The first person who actually tuned me in to this phrase, an attitude of gratitude, was Tony Robbins, way back in 1988, 89, when I first read his book Unlimited Power. And then I met him again in 91. I did the Unlimited Power weekend. We walked on fire. I mean, he was like a giant. And then did 8 days of life mastery in Cancun, Mexico in 92. And then I saw him again, and at that 92 Life Master was 8 days. Man, you know, we climbed 100 feet poles and then jump off the next pole on a trapeze, you know, holding onto a trapeze. I mean, that's like belief, faith, you know, and just, it's amazing how I was able to do that. And then we did a 40 feet firewalk, and I couldn't believe it. I had no blisters, nothing. So I sneaked in the back and did it again for the second time. No one noticed. And it was phenomenal, the power of the mind, you know. And this attitude of gratitude phrase, I owe him that much for just instilling that in my life. And in fact, I'm promoting his mastermind program, which is going to release tonight at 7 p.m. Central. And if you all can join us in his training on how he masterminds with people. He started with building masterminds for influencers like Jim Rohn and Harvey Diamond, who was a best-selling author back then in the 80s, called Fit for Life. And then he eventually became an influencer himself, became a speaker. And it's because of the power of the mastermind. And the website to go to register for that call is www.mymastermind.co. I'll type it in a little bit. That's www.mymastermind.co. All right. So that's all I wanted to share with you today. And as you all know, I'm testing this software called Restream for our as a pre-launch test for JoelChris.tv, and I tell you, in the next week or next 7 to 10 days, I'm going to launch or relaunch JoelChris.tv with a new slogan, which is "Be healthy, wealthy, and happy today." I've done about 120 days of testing since the beginning of the year on improving my health, you know, from eating the right food. I'm now about 95% plant-based. I only eat chicken, grilled chicken or roasted chicken, about 5 to 10% at the most of my daily diet. Before I started in January 1st, I was about 60-40, and I used to eat beef, although I'm not really a fan of steak or beef, but I also eat turkey. So anyways, so now I've achieved my goal, which was I set on March 27th, 2019, which was my birthday. And at the time, I set on January 1st that I'll be 80% plant-based. I actually was 80% plant-based by February 15th, and now I'm 90 to 95% plant-based, which is great. Now, of course, I don't drink alcohol, not even beer. I'm not a coffee drinker at all. I drink tea, I drink smoothies, juice, and all that, and alkaline water. So I'm gonna actually show you how this system is called the BNU system, which I wrote about in my Fat to Fit Fast book. That how I applied this BNU principle about 9 years ago, and lost a total of 29 pounds in 33 days twice, and eventually lost a ton of weight, like 75 pounds, and kept it. I've been in this weight, which is about 140 to 145. It fluctuates about a pound or two a day, ever since December 31st, 2013. So I kept it. I reversed my diabetes. I reduced my high blood pressure, and this is despite the fact that I was already on stage 4 of chronic kidney disease, and I'm sure Andy here in Doding can relate because of the drastic change in Andy's kidney function. You know, as he told me, he went from stage 4 to like 40% to about 17% in like 4 or 5 months. Now I kept at stage 4 for another 10 years at least, which is amazing. And then eventually, of course, I went down to 15%, less than 15%. That by the day before, or the day of my transplant surgery, July 10th, 2018, last year, my kidney function was only at 11%. So 89% of my both of my kidneys were dead. Okay, I was living on dialysis literally. If I did not go to my dialysis for even a week, at the most 2 weeks, I'm gone. But what kept me going was really my unconditional love and unconditional gratitude to the Lord Almighty, to God Almighty, for having the kids. And my kids inspired me to push on, to never for a single nanosecond doubted that I was gonna have a transplant. Okay, and it happened. It took me a while, it took me a few years, but it happened. Because I never, even at my lowest point in my life, when I, in terms of physical health, I went into a coma for about 2 or 3 days because of the wrong drugs that were given to me back in April of 2017. Almost killed me. Never for a second did I doubt that I was going to have a transplant. And Andy and for this kid David, I support you. Believe, Andrea, the mother of David, believe that it will happen. And mark the date, June 12th, 2019, Andy. That is your Freedom Day. It's also the Philippine Freedom Day, Philippine Independence Day, but that will be Andy Valdez and your family's Freedom Day. Mark it, believe it, do it, it will happen. I guarantee you. All right? So anyways, I'll get off my soapbox. And then second thing is that I wanted to share with you again is that the fact that this mentor of mine named Tony Robbins, he's really helped me a lot, and I'd like to share that with you. And the website again to register for his training tonight on to how to maximize actually how to transform the educational system in the world, not just in America, but the world, which is from institutional learning to self-learning. Because remember, and I do believe this, okay, I believe in institutional education because it's helped me. It helped me rise from from really no money, nothing, when I first came to America. Well, I had $800 to my name because 8 was my lucky number, and I came here on 8888 with $800 to my name, and that's it. And then, I lived a full life. I had a great life. I'm a minimalist. I'm not really into luxurious things, but I love the journey that I gone through. Even the worst times of my life, I'm grateful for it, okay? And this has instilled, this attitude, this mindset has been instilled to me by my mentors, from primarily my father and my mother, and of course the mentors like Tony Robbins, Jim Rohn, Gary Kramer, and now I'm being introduced to mentors like Jordan, like Brian Delaney, who I'm partnering with, and I'm able to offer you, my tribe, my people, more than $19,000 of bonuses when you avail of this self-education called the Mastermind and Mind Mint program, the knowledge business, knowledge business brokers, okay, or blueprint. Anyways, so again, the website is mymastermind.co, mymastermind.co, and look forward to a great relaunch of joelchris.tv, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. I'm gonna introduce you to a lot of people who are influencers in health, wealth, and happiness. Okay? And again, this is Joel from joelchris.tv, signing off for now. Bye-bye for now. I'm going to go and see my first patient in a few minutes. Take care and have a great day. Bye-bye for now.